Fires in the country are so common in forest petrol stations when a thief is caught, and probably even in your kitchen when you're trying to cook an omelette. These are some of the common areas you might expect to find a fire, and yet the fire we're talking about today is in none of those places. BuruBuru Girls High School was on fire, and ladies and gentlemen, the students were put between a rock and a hard surface. Fortunately, the residents, teachers and other students who were fortunate enough to live, well, they softened the hard surface. Stay tuned to see how. My name is Edwin Austin. This is Cufiix Weekly Show. I'll be your host.
Wewe ruka wewe. Ruka. Kuna mwingine ndani? Kuna mwingine ndani?
Earlier this week, this man took to his 3.6 million reach Instagram page to make it clear to the world that he was not entirely sure whether his son with Jackie Maribe, the Jackie Maribe, whether or not that son is his. Eric said that he has been asking for a DNA test from Jackie for the last 7 years to no avail. And I don't know what to say about this. All I know is that the comment section was full of people who were, some of course, in support of his actions, while others were entirely against it. And half of them were verified accounts, like my own account actually. You can go and check it out. Instagram, Edwin Austin at Cufiix. It's verified. And while you are at it, just make sure you hit the follow button, okay? The story here is not how patient the man is or the reaction of the public to this news. Some have accused Eric of being one of the biggest clout chasers because of all this information, but the truth is I just had to do this piece because it was news. You know, the man has literally been trending all day, all week on Twitter. He seems to have a permanent hashtag on Twitter. So yeah, I might not have wanted to do this story, but it's news, so it had to be done. Now, can we move on? Can we? Thank you. Now, you might probably not be interested in people's sex life or their body count. I don't know whose body count is this, but you get the whole idea, okay? Then this next story then could be what you're interested in. The President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, Pandora himself, and probably the man who will be remembered for his transformation of the transport sector in the country. It's a marvel in its construction. What about when it's complete? That road will be so good. But that's not the news for this particular piece. The news item today is actually that the president attended the COP26 UN Climate Change Conference, which was held in Glasgow, Scotland, whereby, among other things, these world leaders agreed on ending deforestation by the year 2030 and ensuring that by the year 2050, energy sources are all clean. Among some of the efforts that Kenya has made in an effort to bring this to fruition is the establishment of Lake Turkana project, which is a wind energy project that will look to provide clean energy to Kenyans, you know. And as you can see, the president was chauffeured to this conference in an electric Jaguar.
Supporting us. Happy to be here. Morning. Thank you. Morning, how are you? Thank you.
I would like to weigh in a little bit on this particular story of climate change, because essentially, if one was to ask me, okay, although no one has asked me, but this being a show I host, I guess it's probably good to weigh in. If people want this climate change issue to be solved, you know, fast, because essentially 2050, come on, 2050 we might not even be around, you know, 2050. What I'm saying is, 2050 is too long, it's too far away. If you want this issue solved and solved fast, put this conference in the middle of the Sahara. Let these world leaders who flew to Scotland in their private jets get to the Sahara and experience these effects of climate change firsthand. The moment they are there, climate change will not just be a thing that will be solved by 2050. It will be solved in 5 months. Let me give a round of applause, please. No? No? Round of applause? No. No. Let's move on, please. You sure? No round of applause? The president spoke immediately after Joe Biden, who is the president of the United States, and despite being the leader of the free world, Joe Biden made it clear to the world that he is also human. Watch the next video.
This conference is one of the most important meetings in history. You have the chance to make decisions and reach agreements which will affect the lives of generations to come. You are in a position of extraordinary power. You can change forever the trajectory we are on. You can make a world that is once again full of hope, not fear. This is my message from earth to come. On behalf of We the 15,
To our last story of the day, we are going to do a little bit of sports. Ladies and gentlemen, Tottenham Hotspur has a new head coach. Tottenham Hotspur has a new head coach. 500 games without winning any trophy. And now this is the man responsible for bringing a trophy back home. And I can assure you that after seeing the training this man is making these players undergo, believe me, a trophy is coming. Just have a look at them training.
Oh yeah! Let's go, Thompson. There we go. Get it.
You gotta go all the way up.
All the way up.
2, 3, 4.
Come on, Thompson.
6, 7.
Come on, Thompson. Hurry up.
9, 10.
Go.
Come
on, Thompson. Come on. Left, right, left, right. Jump. All the way up. Jump. Straight to a burpee.
Touch rope.
Burpee.
If I was the head coach coming into a team that has not won a trophy after 500 games, believe me, what you just watched would be just the basics. I would have those players jumping from skyscrapers if that is what will get the trophy back home. But either way, that kind of training is not a joke, man. It's not a joke. The Champions League group stage is at the peak. We have seen players on a scoring spree. After leaving Juventus to join Manchester United, Cristiano Ronaldo has literally been on a scoring spree, not just in the Premier League, but also in the Champions League, where he has scored 5 goals in the last 4 matches. This man, if nothing else, serves as evidence that age is just a number. The man is 36 years of age, and yet he's playing like he is 26 years. I tip my imaginary hat for this man. Yeah. That marks the end of our today's production, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Edwin Austin. This has been Cufiix Weekly Show. Until we meet next time, all that is left to say is muchas gracias.